Hey folks, how's it going? Jimbo here. Welcome back to the Reverend Bourbonjimbo. It's been a while since I've recorded an episode of FATLINE, and I've become a reverend since the last time I recorded one. Legit, like I took the course online. I'm now an ordained minister. So, yeah, I'll do weddings if you want me to over Skype. $20. PayPal it to me. Message me. Alright, so, lots of stuff to begin. I guess first of all, we're going to talk about something I'm involved in, and something awesome that I'm involved in. Me, Gary Yap, Anthony Amaris, and Adam Jones will be running a benefit for cancer research on 12/13/13. So, each of us is responsible for a match. Gary Yap has announced his match, and that was on the last podcast, which is now available on his YouTube channel, and you'll find it on mine. I'll put it on mine as well. His match is going to be, and it's awesome, and I'm fucking giddy as hell as to one of the people who's in the match, but it's going to be Rick Ellis and Devin Sparks versus Marcus Riot, the Epic War Champion, and Tim motherfucking Donst from Chikara, AIW. He's awesome. The fact that I'm going to be in the same building as him is amazing. I cannot wait to take part in this. My match is about, 75% ready to go. I just have to wait on one thing to find out about one participant, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I cannot wait to announce my match. You'll have to listen to the last podcast first. They get the exclusive. Since it's everybody together on one thing. But once we get everything figured out, should be on Wednesday, I believe is the next one, hopefully. So we'll get that situated. It's gonna be in Escondido, California, on December 13th. That's when the show takes place. The show will be uploaded to YouTube on Christmas Day, 12/25. So yeah, I cannot wait. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna put a link in the video where you can make donations, and I'll put a link in the description of this as well. And it's for a really good cause. You get to go see a good wrestling show, and you get to have a donation involved with it. So it's worthwhile. It's definitely something you folks should check out. Please check it out. This is a dream come true for me. Being able to book a match, run a show, be involved with something as awesome as this is, and I cannot wait. When it comes time for the show, just to maybe get a little bit of extra donations, I'm looking at donating or auctioning off some of my action figures, comics, stuff like that. As the time gets closer, I'll have a list of everything that I want to auction off, and all proceeds will go to the charity that we decide to do, and I'll put the link in the description. And it'll be like Batman action figures, maybe some WWE action figures, some Walking Dead stuff. Trust me, I've got tons of action figures that I can auction off and get a decent price for. But I think it's going to be worth it. Right now it's looking like I'm going to drive to California with a couple people. And the good thing about that is I have a flip cam. And I'll be, uploading videos of the trip as we go. Using my my iPhone and my laptop and everything like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of stuff to do. We'll leave the Wednesday before the show. We'll drive 12 hours. wake up on early Thursday morning, drive another 12 hours to Escondido, and then the show will take place. Stay Saturday, probably, hang out. Then we'll leave on Sunday and do the same. Drive for 12 hours, get a hotel room, drive for another 12 hours back home. It'll be awesome. So yeah, stay tuned for more news. You can follow. You'll see the graphic with all of our info, and you'll also have a link down in the description as far as where you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, anything like that. It's gonna be awesome. All right, so now other stuff, wrestling stuff. It's been kind of a boring week. Of course, Hell in the Cell was this past Sunday. Main event saw Randy Orton win, finally, the WWE title from Daniel Bryan. And thanks to Shawn Michaels super kicking someone in the face. Daniel Bryan in the face. I don't know what the hell I was talking about there. But, yeah. So, the match was good, I guess. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't as good as their Extreme Rules match on Raw a couple months ago. It was definitely better than the Battleground and the Night of Champions matches. But I don't know. There's still something off about it. Orton was just kind of blah through the whole match. And Daniel, I don't know. He just didn't seem as motivated as he has been. And can you blame him? I mean, after all the crap they have devalued him so much since this thing started that you can't really blame him for not being into it, It sucks. Now it looks like he's being moved into a feud with the Wyatt clan. But the thing is about that is that it looks like Kane might be going heel, or at least according to the Observer, Kane is going to go heel and is going to side with Triple H. So I guess he's going to be Triple H's monster versus Big Show. I guess, but I don't want to see that at all. Not after Team Hell No. Kane was awesome during that whole run as team in Team Hell No. So the last thing I want to do is see him be some type of goon for Triple H. So hopefully that's not what's going to happen. And we get Kane, Daniel Bryan, and Punk versus the Wyatt clan and Randy Orton. Because right now the money match is Big Show versus Triple H. That doesn't need the belt. So I'm hoping that, next month at Survivor Series we get, Daniel Bryan getting a little measure of revenge over Randy Orton. Maybe at TLC we get Big Show versus Randy Orton. And then, in January, maybe Daniel Bryan wins the Royal Rumble. But instead of getting a title shot at Randy Orton, he goes for Shawn Michaels. And I know a lot of people were thinking Monday, this is a perfect storyline for Shawn Michaels to come back and wrestle. And he's telling people that he's not, but they are surely building that up to Shawn Michaels versus Daniel Bryan. So hopefully that's what happens. They laid him out, or Daniel Bryan laid him out with a yes lock on Monday. So hopefully, that'll lead to maybe him coming back. Maybe not. Another kind of rumors coming out now is that AJ might be turning face again. I guess she would be feuding with Tamina. I mean, I don't understand where these came from. There's been no indication on TV that she's going to turn face, aside from that little her own little pipe bomb promo that she did on the cast of Total Divas, which ever since that show, everyone except for Naomi has become extremely unlikable. Even Natalya, who I used to really enjoy watching, has just become insufferable. I can't take her on TV. If you watch my WWE 2K14 videos, you've seen her just get demolished by all the other women on the game. At this point, I think I like Oksana more than I like Natalya. So yeah, that's that. Shield once again had the best matches on the card. Dean Ambrose and Big E Langston had a decent match. A lot of people weren't into it. I think this was because they were expecting something else, because Curtis Axel blew out his hips, and I think a lot of this is. I was expecting Big E to win the Intercontinental title, but unfortunately, Curtis Axel got hurt, so it ended up being Dean Ambrose versus Big E. Big E and Ambrose smacked heads, and both of them ended up having to have like 8 to 10 stitches each. Ambrose had to get stitches on his chin, and Big E had to get it under his right eye. I don't know if they're going to continue this, but it doesn't look like they are, because Paul Heyman is pretty much done with Ryback. Ryback has a ton of heat on him backstage because of how unsafe he is. He's pretty much killing everybody he works with. So I don't think they're either going to give him time off and send him back to developmental, or they're going to have to release him, because Ryback has just went down the drain bad. And I guess you can say it started around the whole, like, when the Hell in the Cell, last year's Hell in the Cell, when he got hit, when he had his first loss with CM Punk, and then he started losing to everybody. So I don't know. I guess that's when you can say he started to go down the drain. But yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with him now, because he got put through a table on Monday night and then tapped out real quick. So there's that. So who knows what's gonna happen with him? Shield tag match. The tag matches are like starting to become the best thing on WWE TV, and I never thought I would say that. The Rhodes brothers, Cody Rhodes, Goldust, retain their tag titles. Lots of good spots with the Usos. The Usos were extremely over, considering their positioning on the card. They haven't really been built up. They just keep getting thrown into matches, and they end up being good in the matches, but they just kind of flounder a lot. So that's it for WWE. TNA I don't even bother with. Ring of Honor announced that their main event for Final Battle will be Michael Elgin versus Adam Cole for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight title. I'm kind of split on this, because I don't want Cole to lose the belt since he just won it, but I don't want Elgin to lose either. I think this match is being done way too soon. I think Elgin should have beaten Matt Taven for the television title and had him begin a monster reign with the TV title. And then, that way when he loses it, he could say, all right, now I'm ready for you, Cole. And they could bring back the history of Cole beating him for the title. But I guess they're going to go with Elgin versus Cole. Now, I would have thought they would have done Cole versus Jay Briscoe, considering all the stuff that's happened from that feud. So yeah, that's pretty much it for U.S. promotions. AIW's Double Dare Tag Team Tournament is going on right now. I was gonna get it, but then I remember that they're not gonna show Josh Alexander versus Michael Elgin on the pay-per-view. You can only get it on the DVD and VOD versions. So that is what I'll be getting that one. So next, it should be out within like 2 or 3 days. So I'll do a review of that on the next episode. As far as Japan, 01 announced that James Rydeen and Daisuke Sakimoto are going to have a match on November 17th. Daisuke is the Big Japan Strong Style champion, well, pretty much the heavyweight champion. And James Rydeen is the 01 World Heavyweight Champion. So there's kind of some rumors that James Rydeen is maybe looking at making a jump to All Japan, because he's been doing a lot of stuff with All Japan lately. So that'll be interesting. There's also going to be an International Junior and NWA World Junior Heavyweight double title match. It'll be Hub defending against Takuya Sugawara. And then there's also going to be a kind of like a pre-01 show at Shinkiba First Ring in Tokyo. It's going to be Madoka I cannot pronounce this name. Tsutomu Osugi and Hercules Senga versus Atsushi Ohashi, Shu, and Ki Brahman, and a Masaya Takahashi Deathmatch 7 match trial series. Say that 6 times fast or 5 times, whatever, you know what I mean. It's going to be Fans Bring the Weapons deathmatch. Jaki Numazawa versus Masaya Takahashi. Shinya Ishikawa versus Shinobu. Daisuke Sakimoto and Yuji Okabayashi versus James Rydeen and Jason Lee. Yuko Miyamoto and Asami Kodaka versus Ryuichi Kawakami and Kazuki Hashimoto. And in the main event, a 6-man tag deathmatch. Jun Kasai, Masashi Takeda, and Takumi Tsukamoto versus Ryuji Ito, Kenkuro Hoshino, and Masato Inaba. So that ought to be interesting. And Taka Michinoku and Taichi had their own show at Shinjuku Face in Tokyo. Only drew 399 people. That's kind of a specific number. Kind of wonder if that's right. Had Riki Fuji and Ryuichi Sakine versus Kaiji Tomoto and Marine's Mask, and Ryuichi Sakine pinned Shoryu. Yeah, I think that's... Wait, no, thanks, Yahoo Translator. It's actually Sakine hit Tomoto with his Shoryu finisher? I think that's how you say that. Match number 2 was Kingo Mashimu and Yuma. Not Johnny Yuma. I don't think. Maybe? Could that be Johnny Yuma? I don't think so. Versus Bambi and Hikaru Sato. Sato made Yuma tap out to a cross arm bar. Match number 3 was Minoru Suzuki versus Hiro Tanoi. Suzuki got the win following a Gotch-style pile driver, which is just a cradle pile driver, but I like saying Gotch-style pile driver better because I like Minoru Suzuki, and I have a feeling he'll jump out of my monitor and slap me if I don't pronounce it that way. Next match was for the IWGP Junior Tag Titles. It was Taka Michinoku and Taichi defending against Gedo and Jado in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Jado got the first fall with the crossface of Jado on Taka Michinoku. Second fall, Taka used the heavy killer number 1 on Jada. And in the third fall, Taichi got the win for his team with using the Gedo clutch on Gedo. So that was interesting. They also announced that Taka and Taichi would be defending the junior tag titles against Sho Tanaka and Yohei Komatsu on November 17th. They also announced that Kantai Dojo would be defending those on their own show. So the November 17th is going to be the Kantai Dojo show in Tokyo. They kind of got out of using the Chiba Bluefield from what I understand. So that'll be interesting. Wrestle 1 announced that AJ Styles would be coming to the promotion, and it's going to look like he's going to be wrestling Seiya Sanada. Nobody really knows what the hell's going to go on with frickin' TNA, and I don't really care. But, AJ, I guess if he defends the belt this weekend in Mexico against Judas Macias, it would be a title match? And Jeff Jarrett's apparently responsible for the booking, so I have no idea what's going on there. Wrestle 1 is really good. They've got Masakatsu Funaki, Kasayashi, Shuji Kondo, Minoru Tanaka, Koji Kanemoto, Kai, who else? Ryoto Hama, Masayuki Kono. They've been using Cosma and Rene Dupree a lot too, Nosawa, Masada, and some of Wrestling New Classics people. So that's interesting. We've got a lot of good shows coming up in Japan, coming up on iPay-per-view. It's going to be Kazuchika Okada defending his IWGP World Heavyweight title against Carl the Machine Gun Anderson. IWGP Intercontinental title match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Minoru Suzuki. Give the belt to Suzuki now. Tetsuya Naito is going to be defending his never openweight title and his Tokyo Dome #1 contendership status versus Masato Tanaka. That's going to be an awesome match. Noah is going to have a GHC Junior Heavyweight title defense between Taiji Ishimori and Daisuke Harada. That'll be his 8th title defense. There's going to be a GHC Junior Tag Title match with Jushin Thunder Liger and Tiger Mask taking on Super Crazy and Pesadilla. Super Crazy's doing pretty good over in Noah. He's doing really, really good. Aside from that, that's all that's been going on in Japan. It's been kind of hard to get a lot of stuff lately. The latest stuff that I got was the DDT Budokan Hall show, and it was really, really good. There's a version going around right now that has the audio all synced up, out of sync. So as soon as one pops up that, hopefully it'll, show up. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like you can find them on YouTube because of Gaora, the sports network that a lot of the wrestling shows show up on, is pulling them down. So that sucks. So that's all for wrestling this week, and now we're going to move into the video game and comics section of the show. Let's see here. I'm going to tell you what all came out this week, and you can, if you want to know about them, I'll review them as we go on. Scarlet Spider. Saw Scarlet Spider and Craven the Hunter get into their big battle. It was definitely worth picking up. Superior Spider-Man number 20. Fail. Don't buy it. Terrible. Maybe if you don't buy the book, they'll realize that they need to bring Peter Parker back. Shit. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 27 came out. Saw the debut of Bebop and Rocksteady. It is awesome. They're going to have their own micro series coming out to explain where they've been. So definitely check that out. Aquaman Annual number 1 came out. Not that good. I think Aquaman might be finding its way off of my box list every week. Another book, which may be finding itself off my pull list, is Superman Action Comics. The annual came out this week. Terrible. It was so boring. In a book that continues to impress me, Guardians of the Galaxy number 8. Really good. Really enjoyed it. The new G.I. Joe series, just plain old G.I. Joe, no G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, or anything like that, just plain old G.I. Joe. Number 9 came out. They think Duke is, turning heel on him, but he's not. He's just keeping his wife, who's sick, secret, and they don't like that. CoverGirl and Roadblock do not like that. So it's starting to cause some rifts, and they're going to get got pretty soon, I think. Avengers Infinity number 22. Do not like the series at all. There's too many damn space books in Marvel. Every damn book is them in space. That's why I like X-Men. There's time travel all up in X-Men, so that's kind of annoying. Damian, Son of Batman came out. This book is interesting because the art is really good, but it has a glossy cover, but on the inside it has I guess you'd call it parchment paper, maybe? It's a thick, it's not newspaper, but it's not thin, glossy paper. I really like how it's done. It's really nice. There was a free book that came out called Line of Defense. It's based on a free-to-play MMO game. I've never played it. It was free. They gave it to me, so I took it. If you're into that type of thing, you might enjoy it. Also, Uncanny X-Force number 13. And Ultimate Comics Cataclysm 0.1. Basically, Galactus is about to come kick the Ultimate Universe's ass. So they're preparing for it, and this is the start of it. And it's okay. Again, it's a space book. I'm not really interested. It just gets boring after a while, because there's only so much shit you can do in space. So, But, so yeah. Now, we've got, now the video game portion. I know the comic books portion was very short. Not a lot came out this week. It was mostly annual. Around annual time, nobody really puts out that much because they're all $4.99. So, and since they put out multiple ones at a time, they don't really put out that many. But also, Tuesday is the release of video game days. So we had WWE 2K14, and I've been playing that pretty much non-stop since it came out. It is, I think this is as close to a perfect WWE game we will get. They fixed a lot of the problems that were there last year, but then there's also a lot of stuff that's still there from last year. Universe mode, the rivalry system is a lot better. There's people interfering in matches. It's almost like early, mid-90s ECW where like people are charging in the ring every 5 minutes and jumping somebody. I had Dean Ambrose run in. I was Cesaro wrestling Wade Barrett, those two guys are in a rivalry. Dean Ambrose runs in, takes out both guys. Then a few minutes later, Rey Mysterio runs in and takes out a Cesaro. So Cesaro got jumped by two guys. And of course, unfortunately, you think that would make them have a rivalry, but it didn't. So I don't really know what the point of doing that was, but I just went along with it. Also, Battlefield 4 came out. Yeah. It's not a bad game. It's just that my biggest complaint about the game is that the invite system sucks ass. Like when Justin wants me to play with him, I have to go in through the menu, find him, wait for him to join a game, and then hope I can get in. I can't like join a party with him and then both of us join the game at the same time. It sucks. But also Assassin's Creed 4 came out, Black Flag. I haven't really played that. Like I said, I've been playing WWE 2K14 a lot. 30 Years of WrestleMania mode is really fun. But unfortunately, I can't upload it because I already got a copyright strike from WWE about it. The belt designer on WWE 2K14 is really good now. Really fun. You can make a lot of logos with it. I could see a lot of people making the Ring of Honor title, old school titles. It's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. I'm going to try to make the old NWA National and NWA World Television titles. Hopefully somebody will have already done it and I can just download it, maybe. Now, the biggin. Tuesday, Call of Duty Ghost is coming out. I've got a hardened edition and a regular edition already paid for, ready to go. So Monday night at midnight, we'll be there at our local GameStop, ready to pick them up. But today, I got a message telling me I could come and pick up my controller and my Killzone Shadowfall game. It was already taken care of, so I didn't have to get anything. But I haven't opened it yet, and I'm going to open it right here as we're recording. So, let's see. I'm really excited for the PS4. Or rather the PS4 than the Xbox One, because, well, I won't be able to record at launch. They're gonna they haven't enabled it. You got to download a patch. But I do have the PVR, the type of PVR that you're gonna have to use because there's no component on the PS4. It's all HDMI. So I had to get a HDMI PVR too for it. But all right, so the cases are about the same. They're blue this time instead of a clear case. I guess for the whole Blu-ray, type thing. Looking at other game cases, these cases are a little smaller, not by much, and I think they're about the same. I think it's just the blue makes it look a little bit different. It makes it feel different. So I got Killzone Shadowfall, and let's open it up. I have a 7-day trial for the PlayStation Plus. Unfortunately, this time you have to actually use PlayStation Plus to play multiplayer games. But it is worth it because you get free games out the ass. I mean, good games too, not just crappy little bull games. I mean, awesome games. The logo is blue now, so that's cool. The disc is a Blu-ray, looks nice. On the inside, they got rid of the instruction manuals. No instruction manuals anymore. On the inside cover, you have the controls there. So it says left stick is to move, right stick is to look. The R1 button is to throw an explosive. R2 is to fire your weapon. R3 is to melee. L1 is the OWL command. I guess we'll figure that out. L3 is to sprint. Triangle is to switch weapons. Circle is to crouch. Square is to reload. X is to jump and climb. And then you have your directional buttons. You have your touchpad buttons. Now, touchpad up is your OWL attack mode. Touchpad swipe right is your OWL zipline. Ooh, a zipline. Touchpad swipe down is your OWL shield mode. You have stun mode and options. That's really cool. And then it has a diagram of how to do everything. So the touchpad, it's got a share button. Alright. I'm already liking it. Only thing I do not like, 45 gig minimum install. Yikes. It has online optional play, 1 player, 2 to 24 network players, 1080p HD video output, and has remote PS Vita play. Yeah, I think I made a good deal. I think I made a good choice on this game. I think I made a good choice on that game. The controller, I'm not opening yet because I don't want it to get messed up. It's interesting. The analog sticks seem to be a little bit smaller than the PS3 ones. It's got the share button, which I'm unhappy about the share button because apparently you can only do 15 minutes at a time. And what you can upload and share depends on the game you're playing. So, the Havoc might decide, okay, well, you can't share this, so sorry. But you can share this. It's a shitty part of the game, but you can share it. So that sucks. Considering I'm a YouTuber, I get paid to play video games online. It sucks. So, it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. I'll probably still get an Xbox One eventually because of the Halo franchise. That's the big one. And Titanfall looks pretty good. Rise is another game that looks good. It's like set in like mid, Rome, like back in the Spartan era. That looks really cool. Also on the PS3 and PS4, they're going to release Minecraft finally. Coming up on November 7th, which is in 7 Day for Mass Effect. I'll be doing nothing but Mass Effect stuff that day. And one of those things I'll be doing is I'll be playing Mass Effect Minecraft. They released a map pack on the Xbox not too long ago. So I'll be with a bunch of avatars like from people from the Mass Effect series. So I'll be playing as them and uploading that. I'll be doing multiplayer and wear your N7 gear. I've got my bracelet, never leaves my arm, t-shirts, reading the comic, doing all that fun stuff. But really, that's it now. That's all for us. Been an interesting day. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Go check out my other gameplay videos. Go check out the last podcast, which will also be uploaded after this, so you can go listen to that. Me, Gary, Anthony, and Adam talk about 12-13-13. Also, follow me on Twitter at Bourbonjimbo. You can follow my little brother at JustinIKE and YouTube.com/Bourbonjimbo. All of that information will be on the graphic, which you should be seeing right now. If you pull up your YouTube browser, you should see it. And that is it for me this week. Thanks for watching, folks. See you soon.